Have you ever wondered why some people seem to understand money effortlessly, while others spend their whole lives chasing it? This is the story of a boy who grew up with two fathers. One highly educated and respected, yet always struggling with money. The other barely finished school, yet built an empire of wealth. That boy was Robert Kiyosaki, and what he learned from his rich dad and poor dad would change his life and millions of others forever. Chapter 1. The rich don't work for money. At just 9 years old, Robert and his best friend Mike wanted to make money. They asked Mike's father, Rich Dad, for advice. Rich Dad smiled and said, "All right, I'll teach you, but not with words, with experience. It's how much you keep and how hard it works for you." He taught Robert the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes it out. The tragedy is, most people don't know the difference. They buy cars, homes, and gadgets that drain their pockets, while calling them investments. The rich, on the other hand, focus on building assets that create income. Real estate, stocks, intellectual property. Chapter 2. Why teach financial literacy? Rich Dad's first rule of wealth was simple. It's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep. He taught Robert that an asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out. But here's the trap. Most people don't know the difference. They buy a big house and call it an asset. They buy cars, gadgets, luxury, all draining their pockets. Rich Dad said, the rich buy assets. Everyone else buys liabilities, thinking they're assets. The goal isn't to earn more, it's to own things that earn for you. That's what financial literacy truly means. Chapter 3. Mind your own business. Most people spend their lives building someone else's business. They work tirelessly to grow the company they're employed by, but never their own wealth. Rich Dad told Robert, even if you have a job, always mind your own business. That means invest in yourself. Start buying small, income-generating assets. Real estate, stocks, royalties, intellectual property, anything that builds cash flow, even while you sleep. Because financial independence doesn't come from your job. It comes from what you do outside your job. Chapter 4. The history of taxes and the power of corporations. Rich Dad explained something most people never understand. The rich play by different rules. While employees pay taxes before they even see their paycheck, the rich use corporations to earn, spend, and then pay tax only on what's left. It's legal, and it's smart. Rich Dad taught Robert to learn the language of money, accounting, investing, markets, and the law. Because the rich don't evade taxes, they structure their income intelligently. The difference isn't privilege, it's financial education. Chapter 5. The rich invent money. Money doesn't exist until someone creates value. The rich understand this. When most people see problems, the rich see opportunities. They don't say, "I can't afford it." They ask, "How can I afford it?" Rich Dad taught Robert that financial intelligence is about creativity. It's seeing possibilities and having the courage to act. The rich don't wait for money, they invent it. Chapter 6. Work to learn, not for money. Rich Dad advised Robert to learn a little of everything. Sales, marketing, investing, leadership, and communication. He said, "Workers work hard enough to not get fired. Owners work hard to never depend on anyone. The goal is not to climb the ladder, it's to own the ladder. Learn new skills, be curious, because money follows those who understand systems, not just jobs. Chapter 7: Overcoming Obstacles. So why don't most people become rich, even with knowledge? Rich Dad had an answer. Fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, arrogance. He told Robert, "Failure inspires winners. Failure defeats losers." Most people let fear of losing stop them. But every failure is a lesson in disguise. The rich learn fast because they're not afraid to fall. Chapter 8: Getting Started. Rich Dad's steps to getting started were practical. 1. Find your reason. Your why must be stronger than fear. 2. Choose discipline over emotion. 3. Pay yourself first. 4. Buy luxuries last. 5. Choose your friends wisely. 6. Keep learning. Wealth is not an event. It's a habit built every single day. Chapter 9: Still want more? Kiyosaki ends with a challenge. Don't just read this book, live it. Track your cash flow, buy your first asset, learn something new about money every month, because financial freedom doesn't begin when you earn more. It begins when you think differently. 2 fathers, 2 philosophies, 1 choice. Which voice will you follow?